So, as I work, I thought I would check in with you guys today and just kind of keep talking about our rebuilding or building that we're going through for the second half of the year. And I am currently fasting, and I came upon the book of Ezra. And if you know the book of Ezra, this was when the children of Israelites that were held captive in Babylon came back. A lot of them, right? And when they came back, they wanted to rebuild the altar to God. And they had been promised that they would get to rebuild it and all of that. And so, it's crazy that you come from captivity and you come and find out that everything that you had, like the altar had been, destroyed and everything. So, of course, what do you think they got when they tried doing this, right? Like something in my eye. They got a lot of opposition, so much resistance, right? Of being able to rebuild this altar. God had said that they would rebuild it. And yet they still faced opposition. I don't know what your opposition is, right? But it's a guarantee. Like, I know my opposition. It's, constant procrastinating and feeling like I'm not good enough. And so it's like, this might never work out, and so in the resistance, I want to buckle at the, resistance, and I want to give up and walk away, right? And so what they did, experiencing all this opposition, was they wrote a letter to the current king, King Darius. And they were telling him that, we're supposed to be building this, and, why aren't we getting to build this, and all of that. And the king wrote back, and he just said, let them build it, and no one gets to interfere. And the thing was, the taxes was going to cover it. Isn't that crazy? Like, isn't that just like mind blown? Right? You get this supposition. You write to a king. The king says, let them build it. And not only that, we're going to cover this. What could they have done? And what a lot of us do when we're at the edge of the finish line. Resistance comes, challenges, whatever it might be. And then we say, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. I can testify. Hi. I've been there. I've done that. I'm constantly looking for a sign. Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? But why isn't it working out? Like, it's crazy that I've allowed the challenges, the resistance I've faced decide the fate of if I get to the finish line of what I'm building. So you might be there today trying to build or rebuild something, and the challenges is just too much. Don't give up. Don't quit. Sounds like a cliche. But all of us, I don't care who you are, we always face some type of opposition. Your health could be an opposition. Finances is an opposition. People are oppositions. But you've got to fight through it. And that's what they did. They weren't going to give up, so they wrote to the king. And what a crazy, crazy type of favor they got in the end. So that delay became the paper trail that they needed to confirm that, yes, you have been allowed to rebuild this temple. The stolen things that King Nebuchadnezzar stole when he brought them into captivity was restored back to them. Isn't that crazy? So as we're in the second quarter of the year, get back to that workout that you said you were going to do. Even if your health is, not where you want it to be, maybe a walk here and there. Get back to working on that marriage. Get back to focusing on the children and helping them be the kingdom children you want them to be. Get back to that business plan. You might have gotten a lot of, closed doors, but if God has said to you, build this, then you build it anyway. Build it no matter what it's looking like, because at the finish line, there's so much favor that's going to come out of it. And I'm living through mine, and I hope to share with you as I build and what that looks like, and that at my finish line, I know that God gets the glory. But right now, with all the challenges and the resistance, I'm not going to give up. As long as God has said, this is what I want you to build, then that's what I'm going to build anyway. There's no stopping. There's nothing. So, what's trying to stop you might be the very thing that puts your restoration on record, right? That people get to talk about. Wow, even through that, she managed to build this type of business, or build this type of marriage, or children, or, lose the weight or gain the weight. I don't know. I don't know what you're building. But don't buckle at the point of the resistance or the challenges. All right. I should probably get back to work now. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, you know what to do. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Love y'all.